Can you tell me a little bit about how the Pom Pom project started?
I've always been an artist. I've always been a painter, actually. I really started out as a painter and I went through my bachelor's and master's degree. We painted from the figure 8 hours a day. And I was very much taught that like installation is a dirty word and, you know, yarn is for craft, not fine art. And so I had really put myself into a box of like what a fine artist is allowed to do. I started making artwork out of skeins of yarn that were just hanging around my room because I had been to a residency in Oaxaca to learn how to weave. And so, you know, traditional weaving, crochet, knitting, I was always attracted to it, but it was a little too much like organization for me. Like I like to be like, here, plop this here, plop this there. I had all these beautiful balls of yarn and I was like, let me just take this skein of yarn and like stick it to my painting, you know, or like, I love the whole skein of yarn just as it is. Why do I have to unwind it and put it into perfect rows of crochet or knitting? So I really was just like letting myself play, and I would do it in short increments because I didn't have time to like sit in front of an oil painting. I truly was like hiding the work. I was embarrassed. Alessandra Moctezuma walked in. My door was open at the end of the hallway. It was like a long hallway. And she was like, what's down there? And she just booked it down to my studio. And I was like, no. Like, I just was so embarrassed of my tassels and pom-poms and like these weird hidden things I was making that was really just to like sustain myself. She was like, oh, I like these. She gave me an art show. I was put together with April Rose, who's an amazingly talented artist who also does some yarn stuff. We ended up creating this thing I call the Chroma Temple, which was stringing yarn back and forth like a million times to make sort of like a tent shape of a rainbow. And so we were like, well, what do we do in the Chroma Temple? Do people meditate? I was like, well, how about they make a pom-pom in the Chroma Temple? So we put a little bowl with some stuff and people could make a pom-pom in the Chroma Temple. That's kind of how it started. It was just being playful with yarn, really.
You can't be mad making a pom-pom.
Right? You can't. I think that's why I love pom-poms. It's inclusive because almost anyone can make a pom-pom, and I feel like pom-pom joy comes out of everyone when they make it, even the ones who are like, no, I don't want to make one. And then I get them to make one, they're like, yeah, you know. I've made them with all ages, all genders, like it really doesn't matter. People are like, what is it? I'm like, I don't know, it's pom-pom joy. Like when you pop that thing open, you're right, there's no way to be upset about it. It helps a lot of people calm themselves because there's that wrapping aspect to it. There's like all parts of it are kind of ASMR, like, you know, the cutting part, the tie it and you feel it slide through the plastic. And then when you pop it open, then you have this thing that you can like, it's tangible, it's soft, it's joyful, and it can become a lot of things, but when you put a lot of them together, it like really transforms a pom-pom into something else. Craftivism was coined by Betsy Greer, and she basically says, you know, you can make activism out of anything using your creativity. There's a lot of ways to be an activist. Typically with craftivism, it's based in sewing or embroidery or crochet or any of what's typically known as women's work from the past. And I won an individual artist grant called Far South Border North, which was provided by San Diego Arts and Culture. So props to them for putting the money directly in the artist's hands. So I today actually just finished the 8th community pom-pom workshop, which has culminated in, I wanna say like definitely over 1,000 pom-poms. We're gonna do like a fun snow angel thing in those pom-poms. And we're gonna put them up here at So Loca, which I'm really excited about. So I really wanted to do something for people in San Isidro and people in Barrio Logan because it's all about the community and beautifying spaces that, you know, really might not have the opportunity to get that kind of work otherwise. So not every pom-pom project, in fact, none of them came out how I thought they would exactly. but I learned from each one, and then the next one got a little better, and then the next one got a little better. You know, the first Pom Pom project, I didn't know how to string together 1,000 pom poms. So is it perfect? No. Is it beautiful? Yes. We are gonna have like a really fun party for the Pom Pom installation So Loca collaboration in May.
Collab.
Collab.
Oh.